Hi, everybody. I'm the RV Wingman, a former campground owner, lifelong RVing enthusiast, and a consumer advocate, working every single day to help you stay away from the bad actors in the RV industry and connect you with America's most trusted RV dealers. You can listen to hundreds of conversations I've had, hundreds of them with happy campers, by scanning the QR code you see right down here. If you can't scan the code, you'll find a link in the description down below. Now, today we're going to visit a little bit about RV warranties. Yeah, the metaphorical shield, if you will, that manufacturers' lawyers have crafted to protect them from, in my opinion, so many things that they should cover in the event that you have an issue, but they don't. The bottom line is an RV warranty should give you peace of mind, but too often owners find out the hard way that warranties come with a lot of fine print, which is basically means exclusions that manufacturers use to deny coverage. And one of the biggest exclusions, if you are living in your RV, even for part-time work, you may have unknowingly already voided your warranty. That's right. That's no matter what the salesperson at the dealership may have told you. Many buyers with legitimate issues don't find this out until it's too late. That's why reading your paperwork before you buy, or at least before you have some kind of a claim, any big problems arise, is so important. Beth Wells is one of the nation's top RV lemon lawyers, and she's seen how manufacturers and dealers avoid responsibility, and they can do it legally every single day. Up now, she's here to share what you need to know to protect yourself. In one of the warranties I was reading recently, I think it was in number 1 on the warranty exclusion. It's people it's for recreational use.
Right.
And the exclusion is people that are living in it or working out of it. How often do you run into that when people are having I've got a warranty problem. The manufacturer says, yeah, but you were living in it for work. Does that happen very often, or?
It not a huge amount of time, but it does happen routinely. Typically, everyone will be aware of it. They'll have gone in, said, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for something to be able to, I travel a lot for work. I want to be able, when I'm traveling, to live in it. The dealer will know. The dealer will recommend a vehicle or like a travel trailer, and the dealer obviously is going to know that they're not supposed to be using it for that, but no one tells them that typically, in my experience.
But the dealer, I've heard salespeople say, shh, just don't say anything. Just, if something happens,
Well,
don't tell them.
That's probably true too, but
I think it is true, but I don't think it's good advice from a salesperson to say that.
No, I mean, they're just trying to sell a unit, but which is not in the best interest of the person buying it. But I see more often than not, it seems like it doesn't necessarily matter until litigation starts. And
then they throw that up. Then they throw it up to throw the case out. On your website, the rvlemonlaw.com, where people can go and get a free evaluation, I have seen that info. You ask for a lot of information, but it's all necessary information that the owner of the RV needs to provide. From personal experience, that people I've tried to help, not as a lawyer, just as a wingman, I've said, look, give me a one-sheeter. Give me I don't need to know everything, because people go down these rabbit holes, and I understand. And then I get 6 different emails with receipts and emails. And it's like, I'm just trying to help, and I don't even get paid for it.
It can be overwhelming.
So you spend a lot of time, and your staff has to spend a lot of time sifting through all these sometimes cryptic applications or for review.
Yes. It's so I know it's a lot of documents, but we don't want to waste anyone's time. We want to make sure that we know all the facts necessary to review the case. Of course, we need the warranty every time, because the warranty is going to tell you, if you're too late, if you're not too late, if you're not allowed to use it to live in, but you're living in it, just things like that. So it's important to know that. And it's, especially because most of the cases we do are in Indiana, it's really important to know the time out of service and the number of repair attempts. And that's not always clear from looking at the work orders. Because sometimes they'll have like 5 work orders for one trip. So.
Right. But is it a good idea to combine a non-warranty item that I want done in my RV with a warranty issue that I'm having? You know, if I've got a slide out that's not working properly, do I combine that with something that's trivial? You know, the microwave's not working properly. Do I combine them all at the same time? Does that count as days out of service?
So it might be more convenient for you as the owner, but legally, it's going to hurt your days out of service argument. Because there's going to be an argument that some of that time was spent on that other like non-warranty item. And if there's no way to prove how much that was, it can really cut into it. So like, let's say there were like 3 issues. 1 was a non-warranty, 2 were warranty, but we can't tell like when they spent time doing this or that, or why it was there that long. I mean, you could cut into like a third of your days out because of that. Now, usually there's going to be like mechanic time stamped, like repair records, but, or there might be like, they were waiting on a warranty part. So that's why it was sitting there that long. So there's other ways to prove it, but it just makes it more complicated.
So try to keep them separated if you can, is what I'm hearing. How many days out of service? You said 150, 152?
152.
152. But this is just my opinion. It's not 100. It may be legally at the dealership 152 days. But before I'm the consumer and I've got a crappy RV, I've had to suffer with this thing for days or weeks or months. So it's really out of service for me, essentially, way more than 152 days, because I am most of the time patient. I try to fix it myself. Is it that big of a problem? I try to self-diagnose, make any repairs that I can, that I'm able to do. So it's not 152 days. It's not 5 months. It maybe 6 or 7 months.
Yeah, unfortunately, the issue is like opportunity is like the opportunity for the manufacturer, so that they look at it as like, when was it sitting there available for repair? I totally agree though. Like when they have them take it home, wait on parts. If it's something that they can't use the RV for, obviously there's no use for them. So it's frustrating.
But are you saying don't take it home? I mean, you know, if the RV is usable, it's not perfect. Obviously, there's some issues. Are you saying it's better for the consumer? I'm not asking for exact advice, but generally speaking, to leave it at the dealer, say, nope, you guys keep it until you get it fixed. The clock is ticking. Or do I go, you know what, I can kind of live with it. We got a camping trip planned. Should I go ahead and take the RV?
I think it's really, it just depends. I know I keep saying that for everything. Yeah. It just depends. It's going to depend on the warranty. It's going to depend on exactly what the dealer's telling you. If they say like, you need to take it, we don't have room for it. If you don't take it and you know that it's just sitting there waiting on something, that evidence is going to come back. And if a jury doesn't like what they hear, then you're going to lose that time. It really depends on the exact facts, and whether what you did was reasonable in leaving it there or not.
How often do you go to trial? I mean, aren't most cases, I've heard they're resolved, mediation or whatever. And that's what the consumer, we want it to be a quick resolution. But don't most manufacturers go, okay, Birchwell's law firm, you guys mean business, and they try to settle before going to trial?
Yeah, I mean, for a while we were trying RV cases probably like once a year. We have not had like a manufacturer defect RV case go to trial since the summer of 2021. But we've got, I have 3 this year. So yeah, typically they'll get resolved. But yeah, I have 3 this year, and I believe I'll end up having 4. Now there's a chance they might settle, before they occur. There is, I think, June, July, and October right now. but it's not likely because all of them have been around for a couple of years. So
It's almost like, from my standpoint, the manufacturers are playing a game of chicken. How far will these people push? How far will Beth Wells go on this? Hoping that you forget or you drop the thing, or the owner gets frustrated and says, I'm out of here.
yeah.
And
Well,
it's
I think they know that we're not going to shy away from a trial. So
I think they know that too, but
yeah,
maybe that's why you don't go to trial that often, because you
I don't know.
what is it like when you go to trial? I mean, you're the person. You were sitting there listening and
Yeah.
asking questions. What is that like? If I was to watch it, would it be
It's
interesting?
probably boring if you were to watch it.
Really?
But we do it as a team. So we'll have like a couple of attorneys and everyone will have like their job that they're assigned to. So it makes it manageable, because trials can end up, if you're trying a case like this yourself, you wouldn't sleep for a week. So we found like it works the best to do it as a team. And just a lot of times, a lot of things come up. Most of what you expect to happen, the general stuff, you can be prepared for, but there's always things that arise last minute each day, new things that happen that you have to like quickly figure out how you're going to do it and act quickly. So that's why it's also important to have like a team of people there, because again, like there's only so many hours in the day before the next day of trial. So so we just work our butts off until and do the best for the client until we get the jury verdict. So
It sounds like it would be, for me, I'm kind of a boring guy, but I think that would be incredibly interesting to watch the back and forth and the things that they throw out there, because you're the plaintiff, they're the defendant. So they're trying to, blame everybody. We're not responsible. And so I think that would be, what's the most fun part of what you do and why?
that's a hard question to answer. I enjoy settling cases at mediations for people, because that means they don't have to go through like the grueling years of litigating the case, going to trial, and they can just kind of end their fight there and move on. Another part of the job I enjoy, I like writing a lot. So when we get a good decision in, I know that sounds dorky, but like I really enjoy that, especially when we try to do that as a team too. So like it feels great to like have those arguments that you sat down and like hashed out together, like be successful for your client. And then I would say probably the last thing would be like getting a jury verdict in favor of your client.
I thought you were going to say, awesome. I thought you were going to say doing videos with me.
Oh, sorry.
I know that for years, Ron would do, he and I would do videos, and he would tell me that you were the one that was really, you were doing the lion's share of all the other stuff. And now that you're the managing partner, you're doing all of it. So you're kind of stepping into a new role. But I think people need to know the inner workings of this, but at least what the possibility is if they buy an RV that turns out to be a crappy one, from somebody that knows what the heck they're talking about.
Yeah.
If you are dealing with a warranty issue with your RV, don't just assume that you're covered. Read your paperwork and understand that if you are living in your RV full-time, or sometimes even part-time, for any reason, you may have already voided your RV's warranty. Keeping a defect diary, keeping track in writing of your service history, and knowing exactly what your warranty does and doesn't cover could be the difference between getting help or getting ignored. Now, if you're facing a legal battle, don't go it alone. Don't do it. As I mentioned, Beth Wells has been handling RV Lemon lawsuits, representing RV owners against manufacturers and dealers for more than 20 years, and she is one smart cookie for sure. She and her legal team offer free case evaluations to RV owners who believe that they have been sold a lemon RV. To find out where you stand, grab your phone, Scan the QR code right down here. It's different from the one at the top of this video. And if you can't scan the QR code, a link is down below in the description. Just go to rvlemonlaw.com, rvlemonlaw.com, put it all together, one word, rvlemonlaw.com. I hope you got something out of today's video and that you will drop a comment down below. The Wingman is out of here.